Hey everybody, we're officially live. Sorry that took so long. All right, I was having some technical difficulties as well as some other difficulties. You see, my I use tablet so that I can connect my GoPro to my tablet, which connects to my computer, and it sounds kind of crazy and difficult and everything. Um, it's kind of a silly setup, but it works. But anyways, my daughter had like jacked my tablet, and so I didn't realize this, and so I had to pry it from her basically. She has to go to sleep anyways. I don't know what she's doing awake, but she was just in her room. So I ended up having to get that back. Took a little extra time. But also my speakers aren't working, so that's kind of fun. Um, so I'm not really sure if that's a hardware issue, like or if I just need to restart my computer. But I could tell that you can still hear music, which is good. I ended up just, checking out my stream on my computer, and it seemed like I think it's just the speakers on there that's having the issue, because I can see it on my phone, like I can hear it on my phone, but I can't see it, or I can't hear it through my computer speakers. So yeah, oh well, it's not a big deal though. It's all good. So tonight I'm gonna be continuing on the background. I made a bit of progress last time. I went ahead and like I did some of this seaweed and stuff, and I did the bubble jets, and then I got a little bit of a start on the coral, so that's kind of like the underpainting, just kind of some of the color that I'll be using underneath everything. And I do have something fun that I put together just before we started the stream. I mean, like minutes. I was like, it was a race against the clock. But I made a new Twitch point reward, but the price is very steep on that one, you guys. I'm sipping black coffee from a foam cup, so that's really exciting. I don't normally just drink it black, but it's not bad. It's not my cup of tea, coffee. Yeah, so anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on filling out my palette over here. So I just want to know what I'm gonna be working on exactly. Here, let me pull up my chat on my tablet over here. I think it'll be easier to see on my tablet as opposed to on my phone. Alright, let's pull that up over here. Perfect. Perfection. Okay, that's pulled up now. Because I wanted to look at the reference photos that I had saved. Well, I guess I only saved one reference photo. Here it is. This is just a whole bunch of coral. So that's fun. I feel like it's gonna help me understand what I'm doing, and it's just gonna be there for me to glance over at. Of course, I am no good at copying. Some people are phenomenal at copying. I can't copy, but I can internalize and digest images so that I can kind of like recreate my own version of them, if that makes sense. So reference photos for me are awesome, but they're not like, yeah, they're not like something that I can even copy. Like, I'm no good at that. I can't copy anything. I really suck at copying stuff. I remember in like high school, we had these projects where like in drawing, I think 2, 3, and 3, 4 that I took, it was like kind of crazy because we had all these projects where we would have to directly copy, like a photocopy, pretty much, of, we had to copy things perfectly. And it was hard. It was hard to do. So, yeah, I don't know. It was just, and I really wish that I could actually see, like, or hear, like, anything that's going on. Like, I can't hear the music, and normally I can just vibe to the music, but tonight I got none. Maybe I should just, like, put something on my phone over here. That's a good idea. I don't think that the mic will pick it up, so maybe I should just kind of put on my own little playlist over here. Let's check that out. Oh my god, that's actually probably better. A better idea. I think I'm gonna put on your thing. Oh yeah. I need music to just chill to, dude. I can't just do this in silence. Like, you guys can hear the music. I can't hear the music coming off my desktop anymore. So if you guys ask what a song is, I'm sorry. I can only help you by going over and checking. Alright, so let's look. So I kind of want to work on that. I suppose that also means I'm going to... Oh yeah, this is much better. I can totally, like, get into the zone with this music. Listening to intervals. I'm kind of obsessed with them. Anybody that knows me would know that. Alright, so let's see. So pretty much, we're going to be going with some pretty vibrant colors, I think. Nice. Hey, you know what's funny is, Mr. Saturn 420, one of my art buds came across one of my, so funny, one of my comments on YouTube, in the wild, as they say, just, you know, just browsing YouTube, watching a video on the whole, drama with Creepshow art and all that stuff, and of course, I'm just like, all over that, you know, I'm kind of like just interested in what's going on, right? Because I had been, honestly, I had been a fan. I had been watching Creepshow art for quite some time, for years. And it was just kind of disheartening to see what was happening. And I just kind of couldn't stop, like, I don't know, I've been kind of all over, like, following the drama and everything that's been happening. Sounds kind of wild. I don't normally follow drama stuff. I don't like drama stuff. But it's just so interesting to me. Because I have been watching both Creepshow art and Emily Artful for years in my workshop while I would work on orders. So it's just kind of wild to me. I've been affected, as you might say. Oh man. I'm listening to this really great song by Intervals called, well, I think it's kind of like a play on words. We can't tell if it's earthing or ear thing, but it's probably both. They've been making like all sorts of like interesting like little puns and things, and just, I don't know, in their titles. And then also something I noticed in their, well, I realized, I guess I should say, I didn't just notice it, because I realized it after the band like put out something on their Instagram and it like kind of pointed it out, but like in their track Signal Hill, There's literally Morse code and I can't get over it. I don't even know what it says. And they never told us. And I don't know Morse code. I would need somebody to like, you know, listen or look at it with me because I don't know what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, you know? I don't know Morse code. Are you kidding me? But I probably should learn it for, you know, just to know it. I can tell you that I do know Braille. I do know Braille. And and it's not because of Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, although it did actually kind of help reinforce. In second grade, I had a teacher who trained seeing eye dogs, and so she knew Braille. She worked with people who were blind all the time. So, she taught us and she said, you know, that it's really good to know Braille. She would tell us, like, you know, you really should learn Braille. Because it's good to know. It's something that you should probably learn if you can, because it's just, you know, you never know. Like she always said, you never know if you or a loved one could lose your sight someday. And I think that goes the same with like sign language. So people learn sign language pretty often, which is very good. I definitely have a lot more friends who know sign language than friends who know Braille, but it's definitely good to learn both. I don't know sign language at all. But I have tried to train myself, and it's a little hard for me to ingest that for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of difficult for me to like remember and do sign language. I don't know what it is. It's just something about it. It's just hard. I gotta be completely honest. I can't wait for somebody to finally use the reward. It's limited to 3 per stream, but I don't know that would really happen unless it were kind of like bustling with activity. Tonight being Thursday, I'm not really sure. I feel like I get much less activity on nights like this. But I could be wrong. I think much less people are active, so I don't imagine there would be a whole lot going on with that. But that's okay. Alright, so now I have to really figure out. I'm gonna take a look at my reference photos again. Okay, so they're kind of all like more or less different sizes. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start picking some areas. Now, if my music coming right off of my thing is kind of like, if you can hear it, please let me know, because I don't really know otherwise. Okay, we're really going to add some like life to this because I'm so tired of it looking dead and desolate. So we're kind of working on that underpainting there. We're just kind of deciding where the colored spots go. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start using like this neon green. Oh. Not really sure where to put it. Alright, here we go. Get some underpainting going on. Okay. There we are, very cool. So I hope everybody's having a good week so far. Week's almost over. That's always nice. It's almost the 4th of July. Wonder if anybody's got any plans? Put some yellow in there. Look like it'll be a pretty quiet stream. I can only really imagine tonight would probably be pretty chill night. Oh no, it looks like we disconnected again. All right. Let's check my they're turned off again. I'm wondering if it's just overheating. So strange, dude. All right, so I turned it back on. We're gonna try again. We're gonna try to reconnect it. It looks like we disconnected on that GoPro again. It's just done. Okay, control your GoPro. You can do it. I just don't understand why it's been doing that lately. Maybe because it's summer and it's just hotter. I just feel like that's really the only explanation that I can think of. That's a shame. It's a shame that it does that. Because I mean, it's definitely not cool and it's definitely not cold in here. Come on. You can do it. Connect, connect. You good? Let's see. Looks like we're connected again. Okay, wonderful. Right on. Sorry about that, you guys. Dang, crazy. All right. Well. Right on. We're back. Now let's just hope that it doesn't disconnect again, because that's just, it's awful. It's awful that it does that. Okay. Yeah. Now let's look at that reference photo once again. Gonna give it a little good look. Okay. So I feel like I want a fuller body yellow. Let me think. What do we have? This one's half. This one's also half. Do I have a full body yellow? Okay, I think I do. Yes, okay. I have process yellow, and process yellow is definitely a little bit more dense. This one's a System 3 acrylic. I do love my System 3. I think this will work better. Ah, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Just need a really bright yellow. Alright, so I've never painted coral before, so this is going to be a really interesting experience, I think. I personally believe. Okay. I want to listen to my music again. I did stop that because I was just like, what is going on? Okay, so I definitely see a lot of different varying types of coral, and I think that I'm going to start switching to a finer brush. Alright. We're going to add some yellow to this magenta, neon pink. seaweed. Cool. Got some coral going on over there. Nice. Now it's time to start making some really crazy little branches off of those branches. And then branches off of those branches. Coral is pretty darn cool. It just does whatever it wants. Until humans ruin it. Alright. Sorry I'm so quiet. I always apologize for being quiet. Cool. All right. I do think a little bit of cobalt blue would probably be ideal. We're getting at least some varying hues and possibly kind of toning down some really out there colors. So I will go ahead and add that to my palette. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, hey! How you doing, DVA Mechanics? And Super Terrific Trevor, hello! Hey guys, how's it going? How have you been? Welcome, welcome. I'm just working on Coral now, so we'll see how far we can get with this. I really don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like I'll figure it out. Shouldn't be too bad. I'm using some reference photos to kind of help guide me along the way. And I think that I'm going to start adding some deep purples now into this thing so that I can get a little bit of a shadow. Just a little dimension is what I want to add. A little bit of violet. Perfect. Oh yeah, I'm mixing up a pretty good violet for this. Okay. Very cool. So how's everybody doing? What are you guys planning for 4th of July? Is anybody gonna go see some fireworks? I've been good. I had a nice Thursday. Good. I'm glad to hear that. My day has been pretty mundane. Nothing really out of the ordinary. Didn't really do anything today, I would say. Didn't do anything new anyways. It's just been a chill day for me. But I did, just before the stream, I did add a cool new point reward, which, it's kind of a lot though. Like, I just thought it would be so much fun to add. It's like a lot of points though. And for some strange reason, my speaker stopped working, so I'm not listening to the same music that you guys are listening to. Unfortunately, my computer speakers, I don't know what happened, but no sound is coming through them, so I'm gonna have to figure out what is wrong with them after the stream sometime. There we go. Yep. I think this weekend will be fun though. My husband's mom, my mother-in-law, I believe she's visiting. And we'll probably go enjoy something. We'll probably go do something with my daughter, and we'll probably all just have a good time. We went to the Idea Museum some time ago, a few weekends ago. And my daughter had a blast. We're just working on some background stuff now. Enjoying working with this coral, really. It's just kind of like, I don't know, something nice about it. I see the new channel reward. Yes, you do. It's a fun one. I put it together just before the stream started. It took me a second to set it up, but it's pretty funny when it's activated. Now, since I haven't really tested it though, like I haven't been able to test with the reward, I have no idea if it will properly activate, although I did actually test the function, and like everything, like I don't know if it's actually going to work, so I might have to do it manually if I see it come through, but that's okay. Yeah, that would be really fun. Once that gets used eventually, but I do know that it's a pretty high points. I didn't I did put some cooldowns on it too, so I mean, you know. But beyond that, I'm not really going to explain what it is, cause yeah, I don't want to spoil that surprise. Right. Mix up some kind of a violet paint. We're just gonna kind of fix this up here. I feel like that particular coral needs to have some more red though. A little less magenta, a little more red. Feels weird not listening to the regular playlist. Right now I'm listening at intervals, which is nice, but it's not usually what I'm usually listening to what you guys are listening to. Okay, just gotta kind of paint around that. Hope that, I think if I can make it a little bit more blue down here, that would be good. There we are. I feel like there's more that I want to do with the dragon's eye. Possibly give little baby dragon a little bit of an eyelid, just a hint of one. And adjust the coloration a little bit in the eye. There we go. Pretty excited about making progress on this painting. Although progress is a little bit slow at this point. Now that we're getting into those details. Some more of a dark violet in there. It needs to be a lot darker than that. Here we are. Painting this coral is pretty fun. Wasn't expecting that, to be completely honest with you. There we are. Let's keep it up. I was just thinking the other night while watching your stream that I'd like to see a hydrate channel reward. There are several people I follow that have that. I don't know, of course, something, if not something that you don't want, that's understandable. Yeah, so that's one of those that I think is built into, I think you can set that up with, I forget which service just does that as one of the defaults. I think it's, Streamlabs? Streamlabs, I believe, is, so the reason that so many people have that is because, one of those big name third-party, like streaming, or I wouldn't say third-party, but one of the streaming softwares that you can use, has that as one of the defaults. So you could just add that. It's very easy to add to your stream. I came across it and I don't think I really cared to add it, or I don't know if it's one that Twitch has. I can't remember which default it is, but I did come across it and I kind of passed on that just because, you know, you can always say make sure you hydrate, but I kind of want to add things that are really interactive and more I don't know, original. I like to do all my own stuff. So all of the stuff that I have on my stream is comprised of my own assets and just stuff that I like to do. So like my themes are things that I built and created myself. And I just like things to be a little bit more personalized is the word. I really like the personalized aspect of things, just because I like to create and I like my ideas to kind of come to life. It's just something that I don't know, I get so much enjoyment out of it. I get so much enjoyment out of making my own assets and doing my own stuff. And I also want to be able to make assets and let other creators use those as well. Once I get to the point that I'm able to make stuff more often on my own time. But it would just be so much fun to be able to do stuff like that. Yeah, I guess I've seen that as a command before. Yeah. It can be a command too. I do know that you can set that up with chatbot. I don't have chatbot running because it slows down my computer so bad that OBS kind of starts to break down. But I do know that I could actually run it on a separate computer, and then I could like definitely, you know, have the chatbot running. I just need to set up my laptop. I haven't used it in ages, but it would be cool if I could do that, because then we can have more chatbot interactive stuff too. Because right now chatbot is deactivated, when normally I like to have it up, and I like for people to be able to use commands for just fun stuff. But the last time that I used the chatbot, I used it for the giveaway live stream. So when I did the giveaway, I basically had the chatbot configured so that you can roll for numbers. And I think for the next one, like I had it so that 3 separate commands could roll, but I think for the next one, I just want to do R for roll. It would just be super simple, super easy, no confusion over what to type. No exclamation point, because that way you're not wasting time trying to type that. Just one R, not case sensitive at all. Should do the trick. Yeah, and that's something that I'm going to do for the next one, because I definitely feel like my last giveaway live stream could have been improved in some ways, and I'm thinking that's one of the ways that I could have made it better. Go. Yeah, but I definitely like to, I am going to be adding a ton more fun new interactive rewards and things like that, because I just really get a lot of enjoyment out of doing stuff like that and making things. Alright, so I'm gonna set my phone aside so I can really jam out to the music now. Because I'm listening to a different playlist now. And it's definitely not music that I could use for the stream. So I can't really blast it. I have to have it on the other side of the mic so that it doesn't really pick it up. And that is because my speakers on my computer aren't working. Woohoo! So I can't listen to the playlist that you guys are listening to. Which kind of bites, man. I like to be listening to the same thing that you guys are listening to. That way, if anybody has questions about a song or anything like that, it's easy for me to just, you know, I'll know it off the top of my head when I listen to it. Get some of these negative spaces in here. So funny. One of my friends today, came across one of my YouTube comments. Mentioned it before, but hopefully I don't sound like a broken record. I just thought it was so funny, you know. It makes me feel like, you know, what a small world. I mean, it's a big world, but it's also a small world. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. It's just super fascinating. Interesting. Well, that's a lot of texture right there. Well, since you can't hear it, I'll let you know that the streams playlist is sounding good as usual. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that very, very much. I really do. I wish I could share with you guys some other music that's just stuff that I like to listen to normally. Unfortunately, that stuff would most likely get some kind of strike. Let's take a look. Alright, so this corner here is looking pretty okay, but this eyesore right here, since it's now pretty much dried up, I'm going to probably start working on that. Start working on painting over that. Alright, so time to look at my references again. Or maybe I don't need my references. Maybe, just maybe, I can see it in my head well enough to just work without the reference because I already looked at it before and I think I can do it. Alright, I do need more vermilion. Alright, very cool, very cool. I'm gonna start adding some color into that. Very cool. I think more yellow would do the trick. Oh, very good. Alright, let's clean out my brush. And now I'm gonna start trying to paint in this little area right here. Okay. Alright. Let me get a special brush for this. I just feel like maybe I should use something kind of a little bit thicker. What do I have? That would do the trick. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just gonna go with this thin little detailing brush. Maybe you could share in Discord, then we can listen later on our own time. Yeah, that's true. I could totally share that on the Discord. That'd be awesome. Good idea. I need to set up like Discord bots and stuff like that too. I can't be terribly active on there every day like I want to be. I was doing that for a while, and honestly, the upkeep is kind of a bit, and something that I noticed is that some of my friends who have their Discords, they have bots that kind of help keep things alive in the Discord. And to be completely honest with you, it is difficult to keep things alive on my own. So like I'm just gonna try to probably set up some bots, but that'll take a little bit of setup work as well, which is totally fine. I really, really love this music that I do listen to on my own time, though. It'd be cool to share that. That's a very wonderful idea. That's totally something that I can get behind. I should make like a section for it, like a listen to this section, so that everybody can post their own music and what they like to listen to. Oh man, I'm having a blast with this coral. It's so weird shaped. I like all the varying textures and things of coral. It's just gonna be fun to do. Yes. I'm having all of these like different ideas for just like rewards and things like that. And just like ways to kind of just add more to the stream. The hydrate thing though, if you do miss it, I don't have any problem with just adding that just cause. So I mean, you know, if that's something that you're like, you know, itching to do, well, that is no problem. I could totally just add that. Not a problem at all. Alright. Now we're gonna start adding some some colors, just kind of make it a little bit more toned down. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start adding some like negative space texture in here. It's probably going to be a little difficult. Let me just wipe my hand down really quick so I don't smudge paint all over this. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Right. Then we need some pure yellow. Alright, awesome. Well, if you need help with setting up bots on the Discord, I'd be willing to help you, but honestly, I'd be willing to help you with anything, whether it be here or Discord. That's awesome, dude. I really appreciate you. It means a lot. I mean, it's not bustling here or anything, but I could probably use another mod. Mordsith Alice. I made her a mod because she's a bud in real life, and she had been on pretty much every stream for a while. I know she can't really make it very often, especially lately these days. I think she's pretty busy with other stuff. So she's not really, she's my only other mod. Well, actually, no, scratch that. My husband said that he wanted to be a mod as well, so I went ahead and just made him a mod. This happened kind of recently. With the giveaway, he wanted to be a mod, so I was just like, okay. I could probably use it though. Okay, we're gonna use a little bit of white, just a very small amount of white. Okay, very cool. Now I'm definitely going to need some more yellow. More yellow is good. But yeah, I'm pretty on board with that. You know, I'm all good for original people who have been around and who support consistently. I'm on board with people who have proven themselves trustworthy and all of that to be able to help with that kind of stuff. I definitely think that's all right with me. Yep, and you're on here a lot and everything like that. You're really helpful. You've given You've given really good input and stuff like that too. Something I could get behind. I think I'm kind of understanding this pattern that I should be really like working with to kind of make like this kind of like nubby looking coral over here. So I just continue doing that in layers on the way down. I think I can make that look okay. I think I can do that. I think. Alright. Let me take another look at it. So if I just take this yellow now, and I just go like, and just kind of add more little rows of little nubbies. Just texturize this. Let that kind of go for a little bit. And I think maybe if I take some of this and just kind of blend it. Nice. I'm going to kind of blend this a bit too. That way I can continue filling in more nubbins. Fun. The little sunlight, I don't know if it's just me seeing things, but I swear its eyes got bigger. Yeah, so did you notice that I actually changed, like completely changed the the little sunlight, the little character? So did you host or something? Or are you saying that just in general, like just right now, pretty much? Because if you mean just in general, as of last stream, my little Sunla, she got a complete makeover. So you can actually look at the past streams, and you'll see that it's in a completely different artwork. So I just recently made that because I wanted to revamp the character. Before, it used to just be like, you know, kind of like a little stream assistant, the same that it is now, but I made her more representative of me. So she does have little eyelashes. Yeah, the other night you hosted. So I was going to say that there's a little animation that plays when you follow, host, raid, or give bits, or donate, or sub. A little animation plays where her eyes get a little bit bigger and they get very sparkly, and she blinks, and she just has a little bit of a different, she's totally animated, like, not totally, but because it's an overlay, I can't really do too much to contort or change her actual, there it is. Exactly, right there. Did you see that? So there's a little bit of an overlay that happens, and she has a little animation where she kind of like, you know, has sparkly eyes and blinks a little bit. So that's something that I added as well with the new artwork. Oh, yo, I saw it now. Nice. That's awesome. I'm glad you got to see it finally. That's great. Yeah, it's pretty subtle and it happens kind of fast, so it is hard to, it's easy to miss. It's hard to catch. Because, to be honest with you, I looked over to see like what had happened before and the animation pretty much stops playing. Kind of fast. It only goes for a few seconds. So it's really quick. But it's a lot of fun. I think so anyways. I love it, right? Well, that means so much to me. That means a lot to me. I'm glad that you like it a lot. I'm glad that you love it. I put a lot of work into that, and I wanted it to be just more alive and interactive. Like I had mentioned before, I just really like to add stuff like that because it's just fun. It's just a lot of fun. I'll be real with you, it's just tons of fun. It's more of like a custom kind of experience. I mean, I think it's lovely that people have access to like all sorts of you know, assets and things like that. People make stream overlays and they make all sorts of really cool stream stuff. But I just like my stuff to be something that nobody else has. So I'll make my own artwork, I'll make my own my own layout, and so some of the stuff, of course, like the widgets and things, like the activities in the left-hand side, there's like, you know, subs and bit donations and stuff like that. So that there is a widget. It's already like created that way, and I don't think there's really any way to customize it because it's an external service. But the things that I can customize, I absolutely love to. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things about streaming. I totally fell in love with the fact that you can just do whatever you want with your streams. There's so much that you can do, dude. And you know that I only started streaming in like September. And honestly, when I learned about it and I learned how to do it and everything, I was just like, I was so stoked. It's just such a cool thing. There's just so much stuff that you can do with a stream. So much stuff that you can make your own and customize. All right, what do we say we work on another little thing? More little nubbins. Super fun. I really just love all of the features that Twitch has. And when I started streaming, it was just like so much. Did you drink water? Nice, that works. And what I was saying about the hydrate, it's honestly not needed because I can be just as helpful. Example. Perfect. Well, thank you. I think I shall hydrate, actually. I will be right back. In fact, I'll be pretty quick. I'm just gonna go grab a cup, grab some water, and I will honor your words. All right. Check it out, Trevor. We got some water. Oh, let's spill it all over the camera now. Gotta have some of that along with my black coffee cup, which does kind of the opposite of hydration, I'll be honest. But it's still good. Just kind of set these aside here. Very cool. All right, so let's go ahead and get working on that right there. You gotta compare the new Sunla, our new little mascot, to the old one, because the old one is like an atrocity. I feel like now that I'm looking back at it and I have updated the new one, just looking back at the old one is just, it's really bad. I'm not a fan of my own thing. It's that bad to me. Nice. I grabbed some water too. I keep a bottle nearby. Nice. Right on, right on. We have our water, we get those big giant jugs. We have a filter, like one of those filters where you just kind of pour it into the thing. It's like a pitcher, but it's like the pitcher ones, but it's not a pitcher, and it has a little tap on it. So we have that, and then we also have, we also do like bottled water with a tap on it, which is typically what we use for our water. We just do, it's just good. It's, I don't know, that water tastes a lot better to me. Yeah. It's kind of how we drink our water around here. We have to buy it pretty frequently, and we get super, super dehydrated out here. It being Arizona and all that. Uh-oh. Got a little bit of a runaway water streak here. There we go. That's better. Nice. There we go. Just kind of make these little textured, lively little things over here. Park Boy 80. Hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. Right now, I'm painting some background coral. It's pretty entertaining to me. I don't know if you're entertained. Depends. Some people like the painting, which are the people that stop by here. Depends on your cup of tea and what side of Twitch you like to hang around on. Am I using the humidifier again? Yes, I am. A lot. It's kind of on full blast. Do you see any of the humidity or like the water kind of? Because sometimes I feel like it goes all over the place. It just depends. But I feel like sometimes the air, like it pushes the humidifier stuff up. In front of the camera. Not always, but sometimes. So this one's gonna be kind of like a sort of like this, but a little bit wispier, I think. The humidifier definitely helps a lot. Humidifier out here in the lovely desert. It's totally necessary, man. Honestly, I wasn't living until I got the humidifier. I even noticed that it's kind of helped with my eyes drying out. Like, I don't know, I had some pretty bad allergies with my eyes and stuff like that, and I just think that the humidifier really helps with that. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's continue on with our super yellow coral over here. Kind of add some fun little details. Textures. I'm learning all sorts of new stuff with all these different paintings and the different varying subjects and things, because I just don't know how to paint everything. It's kind of challenging, you know, like just gotta learn how to paint different things. It's just fun. Painting an underwater scene is something I've never done before. We're just working on that, and I have 2 ideas for the next painting. One of them is your idea, Trevor. Actually, I don't see it right now, but your last stream, I saw the humidity and thought something was on fire. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's actually pretty hilarious. I have it on full blast, so there is the possibility that if something were to kind of like move it up, like if it were kind of aimed, I think, possibly in a direction, it might actually look like smoke over the painting, which would be... It would be pretty fun. It's pretty fun to it just looks like it's on fire, you know? That's kind of given me other ideas, actually, with the point rewards. You're giving me ideas, dude. Got some pretty fun ideas. If you redeem enough points, I'll set my house on fire. No, I'm just kidding. Joking. Just that would be... It would be funny to do kind of like the one that I just added. So Parkboy80, what brings you here? How are you doing? How's life? And do you have plans for the 4th of July? I mean, that honestly really depends. Not everybody on here. In fact, a lot of the people that I meet on here are not even from United States, so like, you know, it would make sense that most people probably visiting are not actually doing anything for July 4th, but you never know. You'll never know. Watch out, husband. Kelsey? Hey, are you, Kelsey, are you, Kelsey? Are you my friend? I just want to make sure that I'm getting that username correct. Yes! It's you. But hello! I'm so glad that you made it here. Hey, guess what? On Saturday, I should be going live at 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, by the way, people. Mountain Standard Time. Oh my goodness, Creative Devil, thank you! Thank you so much for the raid, you rock! Right on. That is cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, so weekend stream, 4 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, Saturday. So, yeah, so I got the green light to do that, so that's gonna be really fun. Really cool, I'm excited about that. So, yeah, it's gonna be cool. And I'm working right now on just some coral. I figured I would, catch you guys up. So I just did this little piece right here. Like just now, pretty much, at the start of the stream. And now I'm working on our little coral reef. So I'm kind of at the sweet beginnings of that. We just kind of want, like, hints of our coral reef over here. It's gonna be really fun. The last session, I'll do a little catch up on the last session. Oh, let me go ahead and read your chats over here. Yeah, welcome Raiders. Hello. I'm throwing a birthday party / going away party for my sister for our old roommate's daughter at a park. So I probably will miss it. Hey, no worries. Life is, it's not worth missing things like that just to tune into a stream. And I always say that, don't compromise anything for a painting channel. Though I do appreciate when you can make it. It makes my night. It means so much to me that you actually set aside time to be here. It's really cool. But, you know, you gotta sleep, you gotta do your family stuff. All that stuff comes first. But I so appreciate you being here. You rock. You rock my socks, Miss Kelsey. And Creative Devil and Raiders, you guys also rock my socks. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I hope that goes really well. So you say your sister's going away? It's fun to pop in when I can. Well, thank you for doing it. It means a lot to me. You know it does. You know it. Very cool. Oh man, I'm excited about this. I'm just like making this weird pattern of just coral. I have ideas for like these little flat ones. I want to do like a nice little flat, almost like a plateau looking thing. And it's gonna have ridges. No, me and my sister are planning things. It's our old roommate's daughter. She's moving to another state with her mother. Oh, you and your sister are planning things. Oh, okay. Your old roommate's daughter. Oh, moving out of state. Well, I hope that she has a really good rest of her, I would say rest of her life, but you never know when anyone's gonna move at any time, right? I hope that she really enjoys her new place when she gets there and everything like that. New place, new life. That sounds wonderful. I mean, starting anew like that, sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes you just gotta. And that's how I met my husband, to be honest with you. He was from Pennsylvania. He was not from here. So, you know, it's good. It's a new life, man. Cheers to that. That's awesome. She is nervous, for sure. Who wouldn't be? It's nerve-wracking, dude. When you get yourself together to go, I mean, it becomes more and more real. Think about it. When you're packing and you have all your stuff ready to go, and it's the time is drawing near, and you're gonna leave the state. That's huge. That is huge. It's literally life-changing. So I'm sure she's very, very nervous. That sounds really awesome, though. I mean, best of luck to her. I hope that everything goes very smoothly, because that's a huge deal. I mean, can you just imagine, like, just setting aside your life to leave the state? My husband, he did that, and I don't know how he did that, so, like, leaving so easy, but he was in a spot that, honestly, I can't speak for him, but he was in a spot where it was necessary, a step that he had to take, so. Yeah, it's going to be huge. I'm glad they let her finish up the school year and was not moved mid. Good. Well, I'm glad that they didn't move her mid-school year, because that does really suck. I agree. I do agree with you. Yeah. It sounds like a lot of stressful stuff going on. Lots of things happening. Very, very busy. Awesome. Alrighty. Man, I am enjoying making this coral thing. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun, you know? Like, it's just textures and just randomness. Something about it. It's just kind of like zen. I don't know. I've been enjoying doing this anyways. Call me nuts. Call me crazy. You already do that, Kelsey. But for real. Alright. I need to head to bed. It's late. I love how it's turning out. It looks beautiful. Thank you so much, Creative Devil. You are wonderful. Thank you so much for your raid. I appreciate you very much. And thanks for being here, you guys. All of you. Wonderful individuals. And I hope that you sleep well and have a super good night. It means a lot to me that these lovely people tune in to my painting channel. I'm pretty stoked about it, I gotta be completely honest with you. You guys are awesome. Oh man. Right on. Okay, let's see here. Let me think. We want to do this weird little ridgy thing over here. Like, okay, so I think what I need to do is kind of like add some kind of like, I think I need to add some like weird little ridges over here. Yeah. And then I also think that I need to add some more yellow, kind of like little shelves coming out, like little flat shelves. I'm getting more and more into this as time goes on. Oh boy, weird little textures. Alright, there we go. Space Daddy Gangsta, oh my gosh, hello. Much love, Sunlight and chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. I appreciate you. I really do. It's awesome that you can make it. I'm working on some coral over here. Working on some really random shapes and textures. It's kind of weird. Making coral, painting coral is just bizarre. It's strange. Because it's not like it's almost like making non-subjective art. It's just really weird. I feel like I kind of want to add some like really strange textures in here. I don't even really know what I'm doing. But we're trying. We'll get somewhere with this eventually. Yep. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for your subscription. Gonna take the time to lurk and get comfortable for the night. It's been fun chatting. Much love and blessings. Thank you so much, Trevor. I appreciate you being here. It means a lot to me that you come by consistently, chill out with me while we do the painting. And the fact that you're here and you get to see the progression of everything, it's just awesome. I really appreciate you. I hope you have a super good night. I know you're not taking off. You're probably going to, head to bed and maybe lurk. I don't know. It's totally up to you, but I figure I'll say my good nights now. Okay. We're gonna start kind of like lightening that up a bit. I'll definitely need to use some white with that, but I've kind of muddied up all of my colors over here, so I'm definitely... Oh, what's that? Let's see. Man, thanks so much for the subscription. That is awesome. I'm not sure if the notification just came through a little bit late. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. Dr. Defiant Fox. You're awesome. Thank you. That's such a wonderful piece. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, dude. I'm just like experimenting with everything right now, and all this color, I feel like it's gonna be probably a little bit distracting until I touch up the dragon, because the dragon isn't exactly complete, but it's pretty much mostly complete. So, working on this, I don't want this to be too distracting, but I feel like it's kind of getting there. But, yeah, none to worry. I have all of that in mind. Once I finish all of this up and this is all, like, completed, next thing I'm going to work on is I'm going to, like, on the opposite side, because this is such a really huge shape that, that the eye is pretty drawn to, I'm going to need something to offset that. So to offset that, I'm going to have a school of fish that goes in kind of the opposite direction. So we'll have like a school of fish that goes this way, and it'll kind of probably lead a little bit into this orange color here, so it'll just kind of help, I feel like, with the composition of the piece, because right now it is looking a little bit lopsided. I would say so anyways. So yeah, there's still so much to do, but I have a lot planned here, and I feel like I'm working on this thing quite a bit faster than my usual paint speed. And I say usual, really honestly, I'm just comparing it to my last artwork, because my last one, that one took me so many sessions, it was ridiculous, because I redid everything like a million times over. And that was honestly kind of bad. The piece turned out, at the end, it turned out to be something that I am proud of. I actually really enjoyed making that piece. I thought I did pretty well, but all things considered, it took a very long time because I went over it so many different times. The water is phenomenal. Is this a commission piece? Oh, thank you so much. No, this isn't a commission. This is something that I just kind of decided to do on my own. So pretty much everything, well, for the most part, most of the stuff that I paint on here is just kind of my own stuff. My commissions right now aren't like open, but sometimes I might take them if I feel like I want to. I don't know. It's like I'm not always available for it. Considering I really have to set aside my time for stuff like this. This is something that I have scheduled on my calendar. I make sure that everybody in my household knows, and I make sure that it kind of works with my daughter's sleep schedule, so that I can come in here in that time frame and just work on this stuff. But yeah, like as far as commissions go, it's difficult to squeeze my time. Like, it's difficult for me to find the time to work on commissions because I do have to schedule the time for it, and it's not something that I can really just do on a whim. But yeah. Sometimes I like to open that stuff up, and I feel like maybe what I probably should do is just schedule time for it anyways, even though I don't have any commissions open, and then open commissions, if that makes sense. And then have those time slots filled for that. So I don't know, we'll see. That's something that I want to do. There's still so much. I have a laundry list of things that I need to work on, so I'm not really sure. We'll see. We shall see. Good, because you have something I have something I want to run by you. No time limit, obviously. I just want to see if you'd be interested in it. Nice. Well, that would be a lot of fun. Yeah, you can always run stuff by me. I'm pretty cool with that. I like to at least see, and I think it would be good for me to probably get back into the commissions and stuff like that. Yeah, I kind of want to see. I think I want to do like a little ridge here. Little, really teensy little ridges over here. Ooh. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty crazy looking coral. It's got a lot of color, man. Just so much color. I love color. I think that's why I really enjoy like the painting so much, is that just, it's so easy to color everything because the paint it just is color. It's just putting on color. It's hard to say. So, you doing anything for 4th of July? That's this weekend. Got any 4th of July plans? Nice little ridges on there. Weird looking. This is so vibrant. I'm blown away by how nice it looks. So thank you so much. Hell yeah. 4th of July plans equal working as usual, or as always. Well, I can't say I didn't try. No, but no, I fully understand that. I do. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. Do you work retail? Of course, that's a question that I do have to ask, considering retail is ruthless when it comes to hours. And, in fact, that just totally sounds like, the retail jobs that I have had. It's not something I have to work with these days, but that's just because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so, you know. You know, I'm fortunate. Incredibly so. I do not work retail, 3D printing, graphic design, building small businesses, etc. Ooh, that actually sounds awesome. Right on. That's something I can appreciate. I mean, I appreciate retail workers too. I will get that out there. But that's really cool. That sounds like something that I would like stand behind, you know? Okay, there we go. Very cool. Get ourselves some this. There we go. Man, I wish you guys could listen to the music that I'm like playing for myself right now. So my speakers kind of like stopped working for some reason, like my computer speakers. So I have to figure that out, but you know, in the meantime, I'm just playing music on my phone right now. Hopefully it's not too loud and hopefully the mic isn't picking it up at all because I don't want to get copyright struck. But yeah, the music that I'm listening to is just, to me, it's 100 times better than the playlist, but I do enjoy my playlist anyways. I do think that playlist isn't like bad necessarily. Just, I've listened to it like a million times over. You can imagine I'm a little slightly burnt out on it. It's a full-time job within a full-time job. I believe that. Oh, and thank you so much, Resh. You're awesome. Gosh, I guess I kind of missed that. I might have already said that, but I appreciate you. I always get jealous when I see you do all the emotes. Had to give you some homie hub love. Yay! Let's see if I can see these emotes, man. It's the tablet's a little bit far from me, but I think I just wanna look at these a little bit better. Oh, those are so cute. Oh, those are adorable. I gotta click on each one because I want to see them all. Oh, that's cute. I love the birds. Like, you know how much I love birds. That's awesome. Here, you guys. There's my birds. And of course, if you guys save up channel points, I just added one of those fun little channel point rewards. Like, I very recently added one just before I started the stream, and it's I won't spoil the surprise, but it's funny as hell. I think so. It's gonna be interesting when someone finally does it. There's Pecco! There's baby Pecco! Nice. He has them in his info if you want to check them out. Yeah, so I went ahead and I just clicked on them to look at them. Burbs. Burbs are wonderful. I love the burbs. I love the burbs. You know me and my bird obsession. My boys have such a nice cage. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, like, oh my gosh. So I think I kind of want to add, like, I don't know what I want to add. I just kind of want to make, like, random variations, just random looking. What do I want to put, like, over here? I guess maybe, like, some more of these or something. I'm not really sure. Something like that, I suppose. There, yeah, let's do that. Perfect. You can even see who the emote, where they come from, yeah. Not the emotes, but like the pictures of his IRL birds. Oh, nice. When I stream on weekends, I'm often joined by at least one of my cockatiels. Oh, that's so awesome. That's great. Rush has 3 birds. Ooh. I didn't know that. Let's check. I love when the birds join Rush. Nice. Let me check. Let me check. Yeah, I don't know if it'll let me pull it up. Oh man, the app version. Yeah. They are loud. Yeah, my boy Pecco is pretty loud. He makes a lot of noise. He's a lovebird though, you know, you gotta expect it. He's a bit of a loud boy. And of course, I did add his little beeps in the in that points reward, like the Pecco beeps reward. So that's like actual audio from him, but because his little birdie voice is so shrill, unbelievably so, I actually had to modify it just a bit so that it wouldn't be like, you know, I didn't just make it quieter because even if it's quieter, it's still really shrill. So what I ended up doing was I opened it up in Audacity, and then I made it so that it kind of had like a little bit of a backwards echo. So it kind of like echoes into the sound. I toned down the sound and I added a little bit of an equalizer on it so that it would kind of be a little bit gentler on the ears because he is loud. He is so loud. He doesn't mean to be, but yeah, he doesn't know any better. But he's such a good boy. I love when he joins me. He actually really enjoys watching me paint. he likes to be on my arm and get close and everything like that. And it's a little uncomfortable for me, honestly, because I swing my arm around so much to, you know, dip it into the water and dip it into the paint and all those fun little things. But yeah, he's such a good boy. Let's go ahead and mix ourselves up some more of these darker colors. I gotta add some blue into this so that I can tone it down. Ah, here we go. Okay. That's actually probably a little bit too orange, so I think there's probably something I can do. We'll just add some more blue to that. Very good, okay. It's becoming a little bit more brown. It's like a kind of a golden... It's a good color for like, you know, making gold effects and stuff like that. I think I kind of want to like add some... I want to add some ridges in probably the most strained way possible. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna make some varying textures, but we're gonna do it in kind of a really weird way. I'm gonna have to add some white to that to kind of make it a more full body paint. Because otherwise it's too thin. Alright, I need more yellow though, for sure. I'm actually running out. Over here. Need more yellow. And of course the yellow won't be taking over for long because I do need to add like kind of the other colors too. I have plans to add like bright green, like neon green, and then also some like kind of pink corally, normal coral colors as well. So yeah, right now the yellow balloons are kind of taking over, which is a little bit catches you off guard. It's a little bit out of place, I feel. Oh, let's see this. Oh my gosh. I love the laser beam going on. Usually Princess, sometimes Precious. Our canary is not often out of his cage, but he sings wonderfully from the living room. I just got an irrational fear of snakes a few weeks ago, and now I'm obsessed. Oh wow. What a change, man. I love snakes. I grew up with snakes. He's a good bird. Like when he sits on your shoulder and snuggles into your hair, he is such a sweet boy. He really is. Wait, what is that picture? Wait, is that you? I can't tell. Yeah, he's a good boy. My little Pecco. He's such a sweet boy. He needs daily snuggles. Now, some people don't like this. Some people actually really advise against, you know, snuggling under like blankets and stuff with small birds. But I honestly have been kind of like napping and stuff with my small pets since I was in middle school, and I've never had any kind of issues whatsoever. So, I mean, to each their own, and if you're gonna do it, like, definitely be aware of the risks that are involved. But I do take naps daily, like little snuggle naps, with my little birdie, with my little Pecco. He needs his daily snuggles, or else he gets extremely grumpy. He gets so grumpy. Like, he will bite and stuff, and he just gets angry if he doesn't have his daily snuggles. If he does have his snuggles, then he is such a lamb. But if he doesn't have his snuggles, he will make you know it, and he will make you pay for it. He will get upset, and he will bite, and he will kind of forceful snuggle on you. So, for me anyways, he will like go into my shirt or he'll go into my clothes if he's not satisfied with the amount of snuggles he has had that day. Like, if he hasn't had any, like if I had to skip or something, he definitely makes a fuss about it, and he tries to go into my clothes, and obviously I can't let him do that. I'll be like walking around or something, and he's just trying to go like up my dress or like into my shirt, and he's nuts. He's totally nuts. He loves the snuggles, he needs the snuggles, and if he doesn't have them, he makes it known. So, I mean, of course, people, and I will say, like, just know the risks. If you're gonna snuggle with a small animal, definitely know the risks, because people will, like, suffocate their animals and stuff that way. It's very, very sad. It's horrible, and it can be a very bad thing. But as for me, like, you know, I know the risks, and like when I was in middle school, I would snuggle with a hermit crab. When I was, while I had him, and then while I had my lizards, I had an emerald swift, and I also had a Chinese water dragon for a while. And they passed away due to unrelated reasons. I'm pretty sure Olive, my emerald swift, I'm pretty sure he had cancer. And my Chinese water dragon, unfortunately, he passed away in his sleep, and I don't know what happened, and I wasn't home at the time. Or no, I was sleeping. He passed away in his sleep in his terrarium. But I would take like short naps and stuff with him when I could. But if he was already, like if I had come home and he was asleep, I wasn't gonna mess with him or anything like that. But like I would take like, you know, little snuggles with him, and he was really good. And, you know, I've always been really good about napping with my pets because I hold them completely still and all of that, and I'm like hyper aware of everything. So like I'm a very light sleeper. If anything, like, if they move or anything like that, I notice right away. I'm, like, up. So I'm a super light sleeper. But yeah, if people do that, definitely know the risks. Like I said, I've been doing it since middle school, never had a single accident or never even came close. It's just the way that I sleep, and I just trust myself. You never know, though. Savage snuggling, for sure. That's how he is, man. He will, like, attack. We had water dragons when I was young. Ooh. They are wonderful, man. I feel like they're so beautiful, and, like, they're just gorgeous. I don't know. I really like them. I loved my baby Typhon. He was, I was so heartbroken when he passed away. It was the worst. It was devastating. I was crying like the whole freaking day. He was like my baby at the time, you know? He was definitely my little baby. Like Pecco is to me now. Alright, so let's look at some of our other... Yeah, let's keep working on the same coral. Actually, I think that I can kind of like branch it out a little bit more. Okay, interesting. Man, corals, like, it's so weird. It's got a lot of different textures and stuff. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but, you know. If I can just kind of soften this up a bit. There we go. Super. Nice. There we are. My girlfriend decided to take in some snakes for a friend because they couldn't keep him, and I was so upset because snakes in my house. But she was away teaching a class, and I was off to work and alone with them, and they're so nice and bobbing their heads to music. I fell in love. Snakes are wonderful. I grew up with snakes. My first snake he was a corn snake. And lo and behold, his name was Dragon. I named him Dragon because I was 7 years old and I was obsessed with dragons even then. Then nothing ever changed, you know, I'm the same freaking person. I've never changed. But anyways, his name was Dragon. He was my second pet, I want to say. He was my second ever pet. No, I think he was like my third pet. But anyways, he was such a love. I liked to coil him around my neck and just go out to walk around and stuff, and he got to hang out with me, and he would go into my pockets. Like, he would slither down into my pockets and then just be kind of like sideways in a sideways coil in my pocket while I would walk around, and he liked that for some reason, so, you know, of course I was just good with it. But yeah, he was such a love. I also had, well, my dad also had a ball python at his house growing up, so I got to see her quite a bit. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then I also had caught a garter snake, and I fed him guppies for the longest time. And he eventually passed away too. But it's been so long. It's been I don't even remember. I was a child. But the longest living was definitely Dragon. He was a corn snake, and he was around for how long? I want to say I got him when I was 7. I think he was like 14 or 15 when he passed away. So he had been around for a while, and honestly, he was just a love, you know. He was great for just kind of chilling with or taking out and taking walks with, because he liked to be out in the real sunshine with me, and he was just such a good boy. I do love reptiles. They are fantastic. I sure do love my reptiles. But I'm glad that you're giving snakes a chance, man. People give them such a bad rap. They're so cute. They've got their beady little eyes, and they have their cute little faces. If you look at them up close, they've got like these little derpy mouths. They're so precious. I mean, you know, I don't know. I never understood the hate for snakes, but I can understand it when it's kind of just ingrained, and I feel like a lot of people are afraid too, because one of the science channels that I watch raised a good point that where a lot of us are naturally kind of like afraid of like snakes and spiders and stuff like that, because our ancestors kept themselves alive by not interacting with those things. Of course, being afraid was a survival advantage for our human ancestors. So that I can understand. I can. So yeah. I mean, naturally, I feel like it's probably pretty good to be afraid of the things that may cause harm. Alright, so we've kind of added some pretty interesting textures in here. I wanna maybe add some blue and some red. We gotta add some violets to kind of darken this up a little bit. And I'm thinking we can kind of like add some like, I don't know, ridges and things along here. Just get some random textures, shapes. Okay. And then I can probably add a little bit more over here. Just get kind of in there and kind of add some real fine lines in here. Cool. As I step over things, lay it out in the front. Yeah. Let's kind of tone that down just a little bit, and we'll add yellows in the highlights. Okay. Thanks. Very good. So let's kind of add our yellows. Yeah, I can't wait to be done with this painting. I know that sounds like crazy, but it's like I've got all these other plans for other paintings now, and it's just once this is done, I can really get started on those. And it will be nice. Okay. So, now I'm going to, I guess, continue on with this yellow, and we're just gonna keep, like, kind of like adding. There. Adding stuff, adding stuff. I also think, like, kind of adding some, like, white little highlights and things like that. Probably a pretty good idea, I imagine, with some of this stuff. Alright. Alright. I had such a weird dream last night. I had a strange dream that I was like really palling around with like some old friends that I hadn't seen in years. And we were like building like a, I don't know, I wanted to call it a house, but it definitely wasn't a house. It was more like a giant building. A gigantic, like, I don't know, 10-story, 20-story, massive building. It was weird. It definitely wasn't. I just saw the camera glitch out. Did anybody else see that? Is this thing still working? Okay, it is. It is. I feel like this GoPro is just gonna die on me one of these days because it hates live streaming. It keeps disconnecting lately, so I'm not even sure what to expect from this thing. Bizarre. Bizarre. I do like the way that this dried. It looked different when it was wet, but after it dried, I'm a little more confident with the way that it ended up looking. I'm gonna go ahead and probably work on some of that. So we'll get our weird little plateau looking coral over here as well. Okay. So the ideas that we have for the next paintings. Super Terrific Trevor was the one who came up with that. With that cactus idea, I had pitched on my personal Facebook. He has since gone to bed, but I just wanted to say that that is where that came from, that source, the cactus dragon idea. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. Thinking I'll probably do that, right? I'm thinking it'll be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and just try to lighten this up because I definitely messed that up by... Well, I don't think I really messed it up. I just kind of added like this wet dark paint that's just, I kind of globbed it on there. And you can really tell. Because it's super wet and it's hard to work with. It's hard to layer on, I should say. Yay, cactus, for sure. That'll be exciting. That'll be something cool to work on. I really love that cactus idea. And I just had to pitch that with everybody else. Like, I just had to pitch the idea and just kind of gauge what everyone else thought. And honestly, like, you guys on my personal Facebook, the response was like overwhelmingly positive. And I was super stoked about that because it was something that I could come back and I could tell him. I was like, dude, your idea rocks, and everybody loved it. So, you know, I just think it's great. Awesome. Sorry I'm so quiet, you guys. Pretty just chill right now. Chillaxing. Maxing and relaxing. Alright. Rush. I have to go to bed, but I wish I could keep watching. Have a great rest of your stream. Night all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and I really appreciate you. And I hope you have a super good night. Get some rest so that your tomorrow is a good day. pretty awesome. I am pretty quiet right now. It is true. It is true. So with how quiet I am, I don't know if that affects the quality of the stream, but you guys just let me know if you need me to fill the air a little more, because I can do that. I will yap your ears off. Yeah, for sure. Man, I'm pretty stoked about the way that this weird coral is turning out, dude. Like, we have pretty much just started, but so far so good, I think. So far so good for sure. Okay, I'm going to need a lot more yellow on there. There's something kind of ridgy. I suppose that I could probably make that a lot darker though. You can get some more varying, more contrast, I guess I should say. The higher contrast is probably what I'm looking for. Get some more yellow, straight up yellow. Yeah, for sure. Aw, Kelsey. My video finally finished uploading and I'm heading to bed too. Have a good night, Andy. It's looking great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, Kelsey. It means a lot to me that you took some time out of your busy day with your uploads and all of that fun stuff. If it's a new YouTube video, sweet. Is it a new YouTube video? It's time for me to start watching that. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here. You rock, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your night. Get some good rest so your tomorrow is awesome. Just like I said with Resh. Identical, but true, nonetheless. I think I've overworked this. Ooh. Oof. I should give it a little bit of time, probably, to settle so that I can get back to it and hopefully make that look a little bit better. Alright, now let's take a look. Thank you. Space Daddy Gangsta. How'd you get into painting? Well, to tell you the truth, in college in 2010, I took a color theory class, and the color theory class, honestly, I got a D in that class, so of course I didn't get the credit, but that's because I wasn't doing the stupid exercises that they make you do. But anyways, I digress. We pretty much primarily worked in acrylic painting, and at that time I had never, like when I went in there, I had never touched acrylic paint before in my life. Instead, I was working with, I was like exclusively working with colored pencil and pens. So that's pretty much all I did. And I wouldn't say that that work was like good or anything. I sketched a lot. I did a lot of sketching. But, like, it just wasn't, I don't know. But then when I tried like watercolors and stuff, I felt like I couldn't get the hang of it. So I really was off put by painting as a whole, thinking that painting is just not my niche. I felt like it wasn't something that I could really do. Then when I tried acrylic paint, I fell in love, dude. I fell in love with acrylic paint because you just take colors and just blot them on there. Now with colored pencil, you have to like rigorously like push the color into the page, and then you have to like burnish it. I would use like a white colored pencil, go over that, and use it's one tiny little tip, and you just like have to push it into the page. You have to be really aggressive with it, and it took so much longer to do colored pencil. So and then when I tried the acrylics, dude, it glides on smooth, man. It's so much faster, it's quick, it's smooth, and I feel like there's so much more control. I mean, I just really like it because it's so efficient compared to colored pencil, which is what I was used to. And then when I started in color theory, I started using that for like the projects and stuff. Now I did the projects and I got perfect scores on the projects, but it wasn't enough to pull my grade up. Honestly, everything was pretty much just exercises, which were color swatches, and I only did a few of those, but they got so boring to me because it was so repetitive. They just wanted you to be able to distinguish colors with your eyes and train your eye to be able to tell like saturation versus hue versus value. And so I was so bored by that. I was so unbelievably bored because I felt like I was already doing just fine in that department, but I know exercises, they're supposed to really help you, but I felt like I didn't really struggle with that. But anyways, yeah, so I neglected to do that. So I got a D in that class, but that's fine. I'm not going back there anyways. I'm not going back to college, at least not for the art degree that I was initially going for. It's a waste, personally. In my own opinion, I would say that it's a waste. But for anybody that is doing that, don't get discouraged. Just do it, like, if you already have the money and you're already going and you're already doing a thing, that is respectable, commendable, and do what you want to do. But for me, I just felt like it was a waste. So I kind of left that whole thing. But anyways, yeah, that's how I got into it. My first actual acrylic painting, like I did some exercises and stuff, but my first acrylic painting was the Hell Dragon. It was the one that looks like it's brown. It was an earth tones project. It's brown, and it looks like it's got that crazy sadistic look in its eyes. It looks like Psycho, really. And it has like really, really sharp teeth and like really crazy pointy teeth. Tons and tons of teeth. I need you on one of my co-streams so we can talk about your art because I am so drawn in by it. Oh, that's so sweet. Dude, that would be so cool. That would be really awesome. I would love that. I would love that. I feel like I should be doing something with this. Like, what shape? Maybe I should do, like, anemone? Oh. Maybe let's do like an anemone there. I don't know. I don't know if like it would be. I don't know if it'd be like if it would look okay there. I'm just gonna try, dude. Everything that I do, I'm just winging it. So whatever works, works. Whatever doesn't work, we'll just paint over it, man. That's the cool thing too about paint. That's one of the coolest things that I thought was just, it was phenomenal about paint, about acrylic paint, was the fact that if you make a mistake, just paint over it. Whatever, dude. Acrylic paint is so forgiving. It's such a good medium for traditional art because it is so forgiving. Yeah, no need to worry about that stuff, but I would love that. Maybe some of the coral at the bottom, like the coral at the bottom near the tail as well. Yeah, I definitely kind of want to add some coral. I don't know that I really want to obscure this too much over here. I don't think I want to obscure it, but I do think that I want to add some textures and things down here. But I'll have to get into that probably. I'll probably have to work my way around in this section, like this cross section first, since it's kind of going straight a little bit. But then possibly I'm thinking I might want to bring some down here, but I need to kind of figure this stuff out first, because I'm not sure. It's hard to make these decisions right now, but I'm thinking like this anemone, I kind of want to add something like right here. I feel like it would be great to just add something like right here. Yeah, that would be so cool though. I do like your suggestion over doing like a co-stream. That would be so cool. I've never done that before. It would be awesome. It would be an honor, is the word that I'm looking for. It would be an honor for me to be able to do that. Okay. So let's see. Cobalt blue, a little bit of red. We're gonna get some violets in here. No, that's a little too dark. That's okay though. If I just take this, mix it with a little bit of neon pink. Alright. I think I've got the color that I need here. Yeah, color theory I felt like was... I learned a lot in that, don't get me wrong, but the exercises were not how I learned. I learned by actually just like reading and studying and paying attention to things. Literally just absorbing information by watching. By just kind of like watching and looking and taking notes and reading notes and just all that fun stuff. So, man, I'm kind of mad at myself because I let myself flunk color theory, but it was whatever. That class was good, but it wasn't. It's them exercises, man. It's just the exercises that really got to me. I just left the light reflection at the top with the water. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'll message you about it. We can do some tier lists and talk about art and do some other stuff. Oh, that'd be awesome. Oh, that'd be so fun. That sounds like a good time. I would love to do that. Yeah, because I've never done any kind of collabs like that before, so it'd just be really, really fun. Alright, so let's kind of... Okay, we're gonna start like adding our anemone. Funny little nubbins. Funny little anemone nubbins. I love all the varying textures and all the weird stuff that you can see in Sea Life. It's just like... Of course this would be something that I would want to paint. Of course. There we are. All right, let's take a look. Nothing so far. Oh man. Funny little nubbins. It's not done yet, don't worry. I know it looks funny. I know it looks funky. Alright, now we need some darker colors. I'm gonna add some violet into this. I really like when I started with color theory, I really took to like matching colors pretty easily. I feel like that was the thing that really I had an advantage in, was the fact that you could give me any swatch or any color and I can replicate it pretty fast with just the primary colors. So it's just an eye thing. So I can like tell you exactly like how much of each of the primary colors you're going to need to use to get any kind of natural color. So I feel like I just really have a visual advantage in that way, and I think that's why this paint works so well for me, because all I have to do is mix up that exact color and apply it. So I would do the underpainting. The underpainting is grayscale. It is grayscale. So I don't get to work with color until I start adding it to the top. But if I can look at it and say I need this color with this saturation, this value, and I just pick a color basically, I can match that color very easily. Stop it! It looks funky. You're hilarious. No. Alright, so let's see. I got some cobalt blue over here. I just needed to re-up on this stuff. Sometimes I do get a little bit impatient when it comes to, like, you know, applying colors. So, like, I'll mix up a color and just, like, try to apply it. And it's like, I never know exactly what color I need there until I start kind of, like, you know, usually I can tell, but sometimes I just kind of struggle to tell exactly like what color I need, like in that exact spot. But if I can visualize it enough, then I can just mix up the color. If I just say like, I think that I need a certain color here, basically, then I just mix up that color that I needed and voila, golden, and then we're good. I love this humidifier. Oh my gosh, it helps so much. This paint stays hydrated, like, so well. So let's take a look at how that looks in a thumbnail view. Okay. So not too amazing. In fact, I need to add some really dark violet because we need a higher contrast on this. Definitely need a higher contrast. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. I do need to kind of lead it in here with lead into this with some little fingy shapes. Some funny little finger shapes. Okay, so let's see how that looks now. All right. What's your advice on mixing colors? I know there's a certain watering down techniques for textures, but is there ways to help the paint mix? It's a weird question, but considering there's a lot of different techniques, but just in general, I suppose. So I guess what I could tell you, you ask a lot of good questions. I'm really enjoying this. You ask a lot of good questions. For me, personally, like a lot of people like to use a palette knife. I don't use a palette knife. I go straight to the paintbrush. Now, I have tried to use the palette knife. I actually got myself a really nice palette knife set that I would use for mixing the colors. So you would just kind of like take the palette knife, kind of cut off a piece of the color on your palette, and then you would just mix that in and just kind of like bring it over to the spot that you're going to mix it, and then you kind of mix it flat. You just kind of like, I have a palette knife here. It's kind of dirty from using it before. It's hard to get the acrylic off, but anyways, and that's another thing why I don't like to use the palette knife, is because it's hard once the acrylic dries on, it's hard to get it off. But anyways, like you just kind of take this and then you just like mix it in like this really quick flat, almost like a motion that you're just like doing like tiny little circles. And it does pretty well to mix stuff, but I feel like it just adds an extra step. I just use brushes for that stuff, personally. But yeah, basically, I keep water next to me. I keep a nice big bucket of water. I'll show you it right here, actually. This thing is, it's literally just a giant thing, like a giant tub of old coffee grounds that's emptied out and everything like that. I just repurpose those. And what I do is I keep a shop towel in hand. I keep my palette off to the side. And on my palette, I kind of put together the ratios of colors that I need to create a color. So I do all my primary colors. I do red, blue, and yellow. I do black and white. And I usually try to start with those pretty organized, but it becomes a disorganized mess pretty fast. A lot of people keep their palettes very organized. I don't. I'm extremely disorganized, but it works for me. It's totally okay because I'm generally using all of my paint, and I can keep track of where I had the last color and which ones are actually like active before they dry up, and then which ones are dried up. So I don't have problems with that. Generally, people want to keep those organized. I don't. But yeah, I start with the primary colors, black and white, and then I just mix with my brush, shop towel in hand, and then the water. I dip the brush in the water. I dip it, and then I just kind of wipe it off and twist, and then pull it out. So that hydrates the brush, and it kind of helps me regulate how much paint is on the brush. Sometimes I do it when there is paint on the brush, but I do it to kind of remove some of the paint or remove some of the clumps. And it's kind of more like I'm kind of on autopilot with these things, so I'm not really sure how to describe in exact full detail how I regulate or modulate the amount of paint that I use and exactly how I mix it up, because really my brain, I just let it go on autopilot with this. All I need are the tools, and then I just go. So that's partly why I, kind of kicked myself in the butt to actually do this kind of thing, because honestly, once I just sit down and start doing it, I'm capable. But that's why I started streaming, is because it honestly helps me kick myself in the butt and work on this stuff. It's great. But yeah, I just kind of let myself go on autopilot, honestly. But the tools are pretty necessary. I mean, you should have a shop towel. You should have a source of water. You should have at least the primary colors. Yeah. You should at least have the primary colors, because you can mix any color with the primaries. So just remember that. Well, just about any color. Not technically every color. There's a color space that is not achievable with just the primaries, and you really should seek the best primaries that you can have access to. You should go with like I always go for my base blue. I always go with cobalt blue. Cobalt blue makes a really good base blue because it's a full body paint. And you'll see right here, this black square here, that means it's full body. There's full body, half body, and light body. So full body means that it is very opaque. So it blocks out pretty much everything that it goes on top of. So you can mix up really rich colors with it. And then let's look. I actually have a whole bunch of primaries in here. I don't just have the base primaries, because I do want to achieve a richer color, especially up in here. I definitely need cyan and things like that. All right, so let's check for half body. Where's half body? Ah, here we go. Naphthalrooed red, you'll see here, has this square has like a half filled in, so it's got like a black triangle in it. That is half body, so it's like half opaque. And then you have light body, which is something like this. Alright, so you just have like a plain square here. It's just like not filled in. I don't know how well you can see that. But those are important details, I find, for selecting your paints, because for full body paints, they're really good for actually getting the base colors down. So for putting down like the base colors, for blocking out everything from underneath it, is good. If you want to enrich the color of something, I would definitely use light body on top of something that's already been painted. So if you already have your values down, or if you already have like for this, I painted a lot of this. I started a lot of this with some full body paint. So I started a lot of this with the cobalt blue. And then on top of that, I started adding like cyan. And I would put that over the light areas because it just makes the color pop. It really brings out the color. So you just kind of want to pay attention to like the fullness or the body of your paints when you use them, and I feel like experimentation with them does even better than just looking at the bottle, because looking at the bottle will give you a general idea, but testing them out will really tell you, and then you can familiarize yourself with the paints that you're using. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good tip. Hydrating the brush is smart, though. Thank you. I appreciate you. I always dip it. I give it a nice little dip, and then you don't want it to be dripping when you apply it to the canvas because it will mess up your whole thing. Everything you had going. It'll just drip down. It might even carry some like paint with it. So then if you have a shop towel though, you can save that. So like if anything drips, which there have been times where I would like kind of do that, and then there would be like water hiding up here, so I would end up having like a water drop that travels down slowly, and then I would try to apply some paint, and then it would just drip down, and I'm just like, oh no. But don't fret, because if you have a shop towel and you want to make sure it's nice and soft, I always use microfiber because microfiber rocks. But you just blot it off really quickly. Because if it is watery paint, it'll come off easy and it won't ruin everything. You just need to act fast. Pretty much it. Alright, so let's see. Wow, it's already 1:06, you guys. So I think I'm actually gonna call it a night. Dudes and dudettes. We actually made some pretty decent progress, I would say. I worked on, this time around, I worked on that, all that sea, all that life over there, all of this, coral reef. So I'm going to be adding more colors. I want to add, like, a little bit of green, and I want to add that, more pink in there. I just want to make the colors pop. And I'll definitely be adding more textures and stuff like that in there too. There's still more to go, but I got this done. I kind of finished these guys up. Actually, I feel like I kind of want to lighten up the ends of the openings there. I feel like that would help. And then I'll just continue to work on this. So this is kind of going in a band, like across here. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for corners yet, but I feel like I don't really want to obscure the tail because I want this hint of holographic rainbow scales to actually be very visible there, because it just kind of makes the dragon look holographic. So yeah, super fun. And then I haven't done it yet, but I do want to add that school of fish. I already had a little bit of a school of fish. You might see little shadows in there that I kind of painted over because I need to redo that. It wasn't perfect, but finishing this up and this, I'm pretty satisfied with tonight. Tonight's been a good one. Yeah, have a good night, my friend. Much love and appreciate you. I appreciate you too very much. Since we have some viewers here, what do you guys think about a raid? I don't know who's on though, so just to let you know, it's probably going to take me a sec to figure that piece out. So let me just stop this. What do you guys think about raiding somebody? Let's check it out. Let's see who there is. Who's alive? Oh, Pixel and Stitches! Once again, I like raid this guy practically every night because he's always on at just the right times. But yeah, let's raid. Who's excited about it? Alright, Pixel and Stitches. He is making something tonight. Oh, thank God. I love it when he makes stuff. He does stuff on the sewing machine. He like sews up patterns and stuff and makes cool stuff. Hence the name, Pixel and Stitches. A lot of the stuff that he makes is like, you know, pixel art. on like actual fabric and stuff. So it's so awesome. I love what he makes. You guys are gonna love it too. I can't wait for you to check it out. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's go ahead and raid him. Raid. Okay, once again, we are struggling with OBS over here. It doesn't like me. It don't like me. Here we go. All right. Stitches. Let's try that. All right. So let's go chat. Throw that in there. Oh yeah, for sure. Who's excited? It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so much fun. OBS is kind of freezing up on me now, so I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight. You guys rock, and I hope you have an amazing evening. Let's go raid Pixel. Bye, you guys. 10. 10 seconds. It's not counting down. Help. OBS doesn't like me. We'll see, we'll see. It's like literally frozen up. That's cool. Alright, 9. Okay, it's definitely been longer than a second there, OBS, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's gonna be great. 8 seconds. No, I'm pretty sure it's been longer than that, buddy. OBS just chugging along over here. 4. Let's say it. 3, 2. I don't know. 7. It says. Come on, OBS. You know. Jesus. All right. So maybe I can do this from the app better. I'm not really sure how that works too well. So let's just give a look. Chat. Okay, ready to raid in 10 seconds. Here we go. Bye, guys. Have a super good night.